Now, I have noticed it seems like the young people honestly know very little about the founding of our country. They're so afraid that we're going to be unpolitically correct or not politically correct. We're going to offend some of our people that have come from other countries that we don't teach this stuff. We're so afraid we're going to offend the people that aren't Christians. We don't tell how the forefathers all were Christians and how this was founded as a Christian nation. This stuff isn't being taught much anymore because I've asked some of the young people that I know, and some people I ask just ask them. And it just really amazes me. This stuff was pounded in, not pounded, but it was given to us when we were little. So, well, July 4th, 1776, 56 men signed a declaration that declared independence. Declared independence. I should have put independence. Y'all change that for me. Eddie, before you put it on there, you need to, on your page, you need to put the independence. Right. I was trying so best to sound dependent on God that I messed up. All right. Declared independence from that tyrant, from the tyrant England. England didn't agree, and war began. Now, the Revolutionary War actually didn't start in 1776. It started in 1775. It ended in 1783. The signing of the Declaration of Independence is thought to be July 4th, but all 56 men did not sign it until August 2nd. So, still, we declared independence, and a war began.
Was the first signature on July 4th?
Mm-hmm, there was
first signature July 4th, and last was in October?
Yes. You had John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin. I think it was 4 did the July 4th. By August 2nd is when it was all ready. But it was ratified on the 4th. And there was rough drafts for 2 weeks. And if you go to certain libraries, you can find some of these rough drafts that if you go to the Library of Congress, you can find some of this stuff. But in order for us to experience independence from the tyrant Satan, we need to declare not independence, we need to declare dependence on the Lord. For war will begin, but we do not fight flesh and blood. So that's why we need to be dependent on God. I've seen people that go, well, things were already bad, but once I started serving God, it got worse. You know why? It's because war began. He wants you back. That's why he fights you so hard. But Ephesians 6:12 says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So, because of that, we need to declare dependence on God. But because I am dependent on God, I can say, look what the Lord has done. Every time. And I wrote salvation down. First, salvation has 2 parts. First, a lifestyle. So the first salvation is from Satan. It's a lifestyle. Moses said unto the people, Exodus 14:13, fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show you today. The Egyptians whom you have seen today, you will see them again no more forever. And that's actually talking about salvation. The Red Sea is the salvation experience. So when you see the Red Sea, the promised land, people think of the promised land as heaven. The promised land is not heaven, because you're not going to fight giants in heaven. Okay, the promised land is this life that we have to fight. It's a battle. You have to fight it every day. But the Red Sea was the beginning of it. Now, there's also salvation from not only from the lifestyle of sin, but also from life. And like I was telling you, I was in there with Bethany, and the lady said she changed her mind. She said they've changed her diagnosis and we can't take her. And I was going, no, come on now. I said, I don't like that look. I don't like that shaking your head. And she said, well, Mr. Linton, I'm telling you, I don't think we can take her. And I said, yeah, you can. And she said, no, we can't. And about that time I heard ding, ding. I looked down, and somebody that didn't even know I was there just sent this, Psalm 46:10, be still and know that I'm God. And so I looked over her doing like this, and I went, and in about 10 minutes, Bethany was being put in. Okay? And then once they got her there, they had to check her for 2 weeks. They found out that the first diagnosis was correct. The next diagnosis was not right. So I think they just put down the wrong thing. But they noticed that. So she's going to be there. She says this week is her orientation week. And I will put her address up on the board so y'all can send things to her. But if she can't receive phone calls, she'll have to call. And she's going to call limited number of people. So you probably get a phone call from her, but you can send her things. But be careful what you send her, because she still can't get a lot. You know, just watch what you send. I'll have to try. I'm going to ask her to give me a list of what can and cannot, especially the no-nos. Don't send any no-nos. All right. So, be still, know that I'm God. I'll be exalted among the heathen. I'll be exalted in the earth. And then I got happy, and I meant to put the satisfaction over here, like I have salvation. And I did on Eddie's version that he's going to send on the web, but I still got, remember, independence up top, not dependence. Psalm 103, 1 through 5, satisfaction. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Now, that's a very powerful bless the Lord. Because a lot of times we'll bless the Lord, but not all is within us. Have you ever done that? Thank you, Lord. In passing, give me a high five, Lord. Give me a fist bump, Lord. I'm keeping on going. Just stop by and get a fist bump. No, bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, forgetting all his benefits, who forgiveth all thy iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases, who redeemeth thy life from destruction, who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercies, who satisfy thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the eagles. Now, what I want you to do is, I'm going to give you a few minutes. I got to run back to my office for a minute. I'm going to give you a few minutes, just a few. I want you to jot down some things. Now you see, salvation from your lifestyle, salvation from Satan in life, and satisfaction. So what I want you to do is, I just want you can talk about being saved, you can talk about what God's done for you, some things he's done before, what you're expecting him to do. But everybody, just a couple of things. Y'all think about it. I'm going to go to my office, I'll be right back. So it gives y'all time to think. Instead of going, he did it so fast, I couldn't even think. You know, heard about the two snails are at the intersection, and a turtle went by. And one of the snails looked at us and says, what was that? He said, I don't know, it all happened so fast. Okay, so now y'all do that. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. So think of two things that you know the Lord has done that you couldn't do for yourself.